South Shields identity really with the beacon, I think, as part of our, if you like, library of iconography as we go forward, when we're looking back into a lot of our archive and seeing, you know, which product we can develop and take forward for the future. So from that point of view, the South Shields heritage is very important, and particularly, I think, a brand needs to understand what its roots are. It doesn't necessarily have to refer back to them all the time, but if it understands where it's come from, it can often provide some very useful understanding and things that certainly as a clothing brand we can use for the future, you know, particularly with our weatherproof past, of course. So I think we've kind of looked back to it more as a tool rather than a necessity, because as I said, you know, we're also a global brand, and you know, a lot of people don't know where the Northeast is, let alone where South Shields is.
Brilliant, thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. It's a good question. I'd like to put it to the ladies from Sage as well, possibly Lisa. Do you use your northern roots overtly in the marketing that you do in the conversations?
Yeah, we do actually, and journalists love it as well. They often say we don't use it enough, to be honest. The fact that we're from the Northeast and that we're a UK company, sort of born and bred. So yeah, definitely, I see it as a major plus point for us, and it helps us to differentiate ourselves against other technology companies who might be more global. So if we can really pinpoint ourselves as, you know, from the Northeast, I think it really helps.
Okay, thank you for that. Any more questions from the audience? Yes, there's a gentleman down here, and then a lady up on the right, my right. Yeah, thank you.
Hi there, Don Manelli from Metro Radio. I'm a big fan of Barbour. I've bought many of their products over the years. One thing that disappointed me, it was a few years back when I found out, was when you switched some of your manufacturing overseas. What impact do you think that's had on the brand?
Well, I think, I mean, as I've made clear, really, a lot of our manufacturing still takes place in the Northeast and, you know, within the UK. I think we are clear where we manufacture. I think it would be difficult to specify exactly, you know, what the impact has been on the brand. But the point is, I think, that we do invest in the Northeast, and we continue to invest in the Northeast, and we'll do so. And actually, we're one of the very few companies really manufacturing that continue to do that. And obviously, our skills are still brought into the region in terms of the origination of the brands. You know, we've got a lot of people working who've come up from down south to work. In terms of the design and the putting the actual ideas together, you know, and that will continue. If I say that, you know, the Northeast is part of our DNA in that respect, very much so. But you know, we manufacture in Scotland and Manchester and elsewhere in the UK as well. The economy as it is has to ask for, you know, a broader global approach to business, I think, these days.
Thank you, Claire. The lady up at the back here.
My name's Yvonne Wallace, and I have a dental marketing company based in Middlesbrough. And we're just about to open a branch in London. So it's a big step for us. We do quite a bit of work in London, and we're going where that work is, but we always want to stay with the main hub of the business in Middlesbrough in the Northeast. And I was wondering whether you have different pricing structures, because that's one thing that we're thinking about now. We've got a few competitors who are based in London, and their prices are a lot more than ours are. Would you advocate having a different pricing structure?
Good question. Can I just check? What's the company name? While they
Design Dental. It's a dental marketing company.
Design Dental.
Yeah.
One of your ladies just won Best Marketeer, didn't she?
Yes,
Congratulations.
Yes,
that's fab. Well done. Sorry, I had to mention that. Give you some time to think. Would you change your prices? Do you change your prices? Let's start with the ladies from Sage.
Well, we can't, and no, we wouldn't. With software, a lot of that is available through the internet. You can buy the software and service. So actually for us, giving the same kind of start to everybody, or the same software and service to everybody, is quite important. Now, we're not in the same position as you, so we're not actually going to accrue costs in London, which is a very different question, you know. So in short, no, we wouldn't. but it's because we're based here, we produce here, our production costs are very small. Majority of our costs are in people, kind of, and they are based in Northeast. So for Sage, it's a no. However, in your case, it's a challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think the point about the accrual of costs is a very important one. You've got to have a business that works, a business that's profitable, and a business that it's worth expanding, I suppose. I mean, our point is that our customers, we work with our customers and distributors, basically, and make sure we've all got, you know, a matrix that works for us. But obviously the internet is something to be very aware of course.
Okay, thank you very much for that question. I think we're near as damn it out of time and everybody's probably ready to head for lunch. Personally, I'm terribly proud to be from the Northeast, and I think increasingly people are less and less reluctant to admit to being from Sunderland or Hartlepool or South Shields or wherever. Hopefully, as an audience, you can do your bit in terms of the marketing work that you do from within your companies or the clients that you're working for to help promote that. But I think that the two companies on stage here today represented fantastic examples of the fact that the region within which we're situated has a huge potential positive impact on any companies that start here, that work here, that grow here. And I'd like to simply encourage the fact that that message maybe gets transmitted with a very strong and confident voice wherever it is that we go. And I'd like you to help me thank the ladies very much for their contribution.